the markets have been flooding with airdrops lately, and that's also the reason some airdrops have not been the best quality these days. So in this video, we're going to give you one of the best airdrops there is to farm and might potentially be one of the best TGE setups for this year. And yeah, we're gonna also give some airdrop updates that you need to know in case if you are farming airdrops this week. So just to remind before the video starts, we have a website. It's called todayindefi.com, where we cover the best DeFi, the impactful and meaningful DeFi news that you must know. And it's completely free, by the way. And if you are new to DeFi, if you want to get into some trading stuff and what's hot lately, you can always visit our website and see the latest articles that we cover weekly, like tokenized stocks on chain, how do you trade it, and also for on-chain oil trading. And the latest one we got is like STRC, what you need to know about it, and yeah, that's and the mechanics behind it. And if you're very serious on farming DeFi, if you want to get passive income from your crypto is not only buying and holding tokens. You can also get yield from it, and a lot of people have been living off from DeFi. So if you want to learn deeper, know the best farms and how to do it, and how to do the farms, you can always subscribe, and it's 50% discount, by the way, as long as ETH is under 3K. It's only $200 per year, which means it's less than $1 per day. By the way, it's limited discount. You can get a 7 days free trial and see what you can get for now. And yeah, let's get into the video. So first one we got is Backpack. So the TGE actually hit yesterday, which is on March 23, and the claim portal is now live on backpack.exchange claim, and you can actually get this link, by the way, on our airdrop letter that we just published today. Yeah, the website is currently not working right now. Okay, there it is. So yeah, if you have been trading on spot, doing some futures trading as well, speculating on it, and also even lending, so everything you do on this from Backpack might actually reward you for the BP airdrop points. Yep, this one, the Backpack participant points. So yeah, you can then stake your BP to get reduced trading fees, wire discounts, and yeah, equity exchange later on. And so 250 million of this BP token, which is 25% of the total supply, is dropped entirely to the community. Zero VC or insider allocation at launch, which is quite rare. That's for Backpack. Congratulations to all of you who has been using Backpack, by the way. And let's move on to the next one. This one is very early. It's called Tempo. I guess if you are from the US, you might know about Stripe. It's Stripe and Paradigm. So Stripe is like a fintech, one of the fintech payment company, which is one of the biggest in the US, and Paradigm is like one of the biggest VC in the US, and they're both backing it. Tempo is layer 2. They raised 500 million out of 5 billion of valuation, so they just launched their mainnet earlier on last week, but there's not much to do yet. No token, no testnet rewards, and no native D apps live. So you can only bridge USDC to Tempo via Stargate, Relay, or Bungee for now, but it's worth keeping on your radar because given the backing, but don't expect immediate airdrop opportunities because these quality D apps start deploying here. Staying active will likely matter. This is not a financial advice, by the way. Nothing here is a financial advice, but if you are interested in airdrops, this might be good to go because yeah, their backing is quite good and quite proven. So watch their Twitter or X account for any announcement or integrations on native protocols. That might be very interesting. And another claim actually is from EdgeX. So if you have been watching our YouTube video on airdrops or how to farm perps DEX, you might be very familiar with EdgeX. So EdgeX is another perps DEX, and they have their points program in the past. And yeah, they just announced their airdrop claim. And yeah, the community gets 20 to 35% of the total supply. Again, with no VC dump, just like Backpack. And so if you have been farming your points, congratulations. Even though there are some points programs still going on, but I think Season 2 will not be as big as Season 1, as always. Yeah, congratulations to all of you who have been farming this, watching our videos. So if you don't want to miss out on airdrop opportunities like this, follow our Twitter, subscribe to our YouTube, completely free. Everything is free. All you do is just watch our 7 minutes, 10 minutes video per week, and you will be informed of all the important airdrops opportunities. But don't be discouraged because there is another opportunity for you on today. So one of the most promising airdrops that we have been looking on is actually Nado, another perps exchange. So maybe why is Nado quite interesting? It's built by Kraken on Ink Layer 2. It's natively on Ink Layer 2, which is a Kraken-Backed Layer 2. And Nado is a club DEX with unified margin for spot, perps and money markets. So meaning that you don't have to, like, unlike like on Hyperliquid in the past, you need to transfer your balances like from perps to spot if you want to trade spot, or perps or spot to perps if you want to trade perps. And this one you can just deposit into one account, and that one account can be used for trading on spot and perps. So this makes basis trading. What is basis trading? Basis trading is basically buying the assets on spot. Like for example here, I can show you one of the examples here for wrap ETH. So wrap ETH is like it's wrapped Ethereum on DeFi, so it's more usage. There's more composability on wrap ETH rather than ETH on DeFi. You can buy this because the price is more or less the same on with Ethereum, and short on ETH on perps at the same place to get what? To get funding fees. So what is funding fees? So funding fees is like the premium you pay between the spot and futures prices to make those prices more or less the same. So you might want to check out the annualized funding fee. Make sure that this is positive. Why? Because in that case, if you short the market, if you short Ethereum here, you will get like around 2% funding fees, right? 2% per year right now. And that's not what's interesting. What's interesting about this is actually the points program, by the way. It's still season 1, it's still in private beta, so you need a code to actually trade on Nado. And Nado itself, I think the code is not too hard to get. You can get it on the comment section, on a Discord or Telegram groups. It's very easy to get, so it's not that much of a deal to get access code for their private beta. But yeah, that's the interesting thing, the points program, not the 2% annualized funding fees. But if you're more of a conservative player, you don't want to lose money, you just want to hold your crypto assets and maintain you just maintain your USD value, I think doing basis trades is one of the best ways to do, because you can get 2% APY on USD assets and also get airdrop points for a future airdrop that might be really huge given their backing. So yeah, it's currently carrying a 4x multiplier for this week only before it steps down, so yeah, you can make use of it. And for their vault here is also very interesting because it's very new, so the liquidity is quite low. So please do take note that the liquidity is quite low, so you can trade like a very big liquidity here. And since the positions they're exposed to is like quite mixed, so the performance for this vault is actually quite good. And annualized it's 19.76%. And by the way, if you actually deposit, like for example deposit USDC into this vault, you can still use the collateral to trade on spot and perps. So that's kind of very cool. You earn yield, and you can still get to trade on the assets that is still earning yield. 20% yield is really high at this point of market. And yeah, so points convert directly to ink tokens at TGE. And yeah, so weekly snapshots every Friday for 950k points distributed weekly. And by the way, they just listed perps, RW perps and crypto perps here on Nado. So if you are a TradFi person, maybe if you understand what's been moving gold, silver, and oil, you can actually trade it here on Nado. So it's a win-win solution. If you don't need to be a crypto guy to actually get airdrop points right now, you just need to understand the mechanism, how it works, and how to operate in it. So yeah, I think that's it for this video. I hope you find this insightful, and I'll see you on the next one.